afternoon. All right.
Yes, you.
Good. I'm Tom. I've not been here before, you see, so I'm not sure of the layout. So am I in where they are now?
Let me, I'll take you down and show you.
Yeah, awesome.
And then, once they're done, you can get in there. You can unload everything here,
Yep.
and then once you're unloaded, I just need you to move it. But, you see where that big tree is there?
Mm-hmm.
If you go up round there, there is some spaces up there. That's probably the easiest place to see if you're going on the car park. Yeah, so we're here.
Yeah. Awesome. Right. I'll leave. I'll probably just hang here in the car then,
That's fine.
and then just knock on and give me a shout when it's time to go in.
Around there, and then I'll come and knock on and let you know when we're done. And then yeah, like I said, once you've loaded, if you want to just go up round that corner, you can park up there then.
Right, I don't know what to do about this sub. So there's meant to be about 140 people here today. There isn't. There's only about 90, and the room's a bit smaller than I thought it was. And I just don't know if it's going to be too much. Plus, it's getting on for, you probably can't see that now, but it's 7 o'clock. We're meant to be starting music in half an hour. So setting the sub up takes like an extra 5-10 minutes because of the extra wires and all that kind of stuff involved. So I'm still not sure if I'm going to use it, but I will keep you updated. I also don't know if I'm going to need any lights, because they've got lights in the room, but I'll take these in anyway. And once we're up and running, I'll see what the lights in the room are like, and then decide what to do after that. Yeah, time to get set up. You alright? Yeah, good, thanks. Need a table to get started.
Yeah, it's
alright.
okay.
Amazing, thank you very much. Just spotted the photographer upstairs. I'm going to go and say hello. Yeah, do seem familiar. No.
I feel like it might be one point
He was absolutely rotten by the end of it.
Bald head.
Yeah. He was just absolutely hammered by the end. But yeah, we'll get rocking as soon as we can.
Oh, sorry.
Alright. It's alright, you are fine. Don't worry. Hiya. Can we check out, when you get a second, not like right this instant, can we put the lights down in here and you can show me these and we'll work out what we're going to do?
Now for you.
You sure?
Yeah. If you need to switch this playlist off.
Lighting. That's it, yeah. So I can point them wherever you want. So you can have them centred on like the middle of the dance floor just to light them up bright white. If you don't like it, just say.
Can we have to see what it's like with these on?
Let's do it. Yeah. So it'll be just them.
I prefer that to them.
Yeah. I'll leave them off for now.
And what I might do is, the first part, I won't use flash, I'll just use your light.
Yeah.
And then when this starts, I'll just come back to it.
Yeah. No problem.
Taxi's out
Mate, you're welcome. No, not yet.
Thank you, Top Tunes.
You're welcome. See you later.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
See you tomorrow.
I know, it's supposed to be me and Danny up all night, like, yeah.
He won't be up all night. Not a chance. Yeah, it's been good fun. Well, hopefully I'll get to see you again at some point.
definitely.
Thanks for everything.
Alright then.
Cheers, mate. Thank you for everything. Sorry guys, you have to deal with my water rotting in your face for a second. Apologies. Not going back in there again.